Hello! Today I've got another makeup tutorial for you. I filmed this on Christmas actually. Right now it's Christmas. When you're seeing this is like a month later, but yeah. But I just wanted to do a sort of party look, and I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna do makeup anyway, so might as well film a tutorial. So yeah, let's get started. Something I actually did before starting this tutorial, actually the day before, was fake tanning. I used Saint Tropez in the dark shade on my body, and then on my face I used the normal shade. And yeah, for the makeup I'm going to start out with Maybelline Baby Skin primer, as a primer obviously. Just to make sure that everything will go on smoothly. And for foundation I'm using this sample version by Estée Lauder. It's a double wear foundation in the shade, what was it, Outer Beige. Just using a Sigma brush for that. And yeah, this one always stays in place all day long, so that's why I like it. Then for shaping I decided to use a cream contour this time. I'm using this really dark foundation stick by Opal, which is just a really good shade to contour with. And I'm using a brush by Real Techniques, the buffing brush I think it is. And yeah, with this sort of stuff, it is really dark as you can see, so it's just a matter of blending and more blending to make sure it doesn't look muddy. I cut most of it out of the video, but I was like blending for a good 5 to 10 minutes I guess. And yeah, just shaped my entire face with it. Then for concealer I'm using the Catrice Camouflage cream in the shade Ivory, which I basically always use. I've actually looked into buying a liquid one, but yeah, for now I'm still using this one. And yeah, I'm just using a Real Techniques brush for that. Sometimes I like using a sponge, sometimes I use a brush. This time I felt like using a brush because I feel as if it gives me more coverage to the way. And yeah, I also shaped my nose with it, just highlighted and my forehead, and obviously also blended it. And then after that I move on to eyebrows. I'm using this Etos eyebrow pencil, which is from a Dutch store, but yes, it's basically a normal eyebrow pencil. And I just use it to fill in my eyebrows. Everyone shapes their eyebrows differently, this is just how I happen to do it. And yeah, I'm pretty lazy as far as that's concerned, and then I just comb them in place. For powder I use the Catrice Nude Illusion loose powder, and I start out with a sort of really dense pointy brush that I got from Warm Pretty Store. I have no idea what the brand name is, but yeah. I like to use it underneath my eyes and on my eyelids and on the T-zone. And also I did the sort of baking method I think it's called, just to make my contour look a little bit more sharp. And then I blended it all out with a large powder brush by Sigma, just to make sure it's all smooth. And then I use this shaping and highlighting set by Makeup Revolution and the shaping powder specifically, just to make the contour a little bit more smooth again. And yeah, then I use this Hema Terra bronzing powder with shimmers in it and a contour brush by Sigma, just to give my face a little bit of a glow. Then for the eyes I started out with the Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Crème de Rose as usual. Just to make sure that all the eyeshadows will really like give off enough color. And then because I wanted to do a fancy look, like I said, I recorded this on Christmas, so I used the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. And I used a shimmery shade and a Equal Tools brush on the eyelids. As always I'll just list the products I use down below in the description box. But yeah, I'll just tell you how the colors look because yeah, this is a pale shade. I'm using this to highlight the inner corner, just in case you don't have this palette, you know that you can just use whatever shade looks like it. Then with a fluffy blending brush by Sigma I'm using a sort of taupe shade that's a little bit darker than my natural skin tone, just to really sort of define the crease that will make the other shades easier to blend later on. And after that it's time to sort of start defining the cut crease part with a, and there the palette fell shut. And for that I use a darker shade and a angled brush by Equal Tools, and just very carefully sort of carving it out. I'm trying to make this as smooth as possible, but it doesn't have to be completely smooth because we're going to blend it later on. And yeah, the trick is just to try to get it to look as even as possible on both eyes. And then I use the pencil brush by Sigma to sort of blend it out. And then after that I went back to another Equal Tools brush and, you know, placed the same color above the line just to really define the crease some more. And then blended that some more and also switched on to a Sigma brush, the large angled shader I think, to blend up some more. Then I used a pale taupe shade and a blending brush to blend some more. Just because I really wanted everything to be like smooth and not, you know, smudgy, blotchy, whatever. And then I used a short eyeshadow brush and the palest shades to highlight underneath my eyebrows. And then after that I went back to a dark shade and a really short brush by Eco Tools, and I just did my lower lash line with that just to give it some more depth. Then it's time for eyeliner. I'm using the Catrice Cake eyeliner, which I use quite a lot actually. And I'm just using it dry because I want it to be a little bit smoky and not too harsh, I guess. And yeah, this is the same angled brush I used before by Eco Tools. And basically I'm just doing a normal average winged eyeliner. Really, as usual, the biggest trick with this is just to make sure that the wings are sort of even. I actually wanted to do short wings, and because of the hole try to get them even, it turned out to be quite big. But I guess, you know, again I recorded this on Christmas, so it was suitable for the occasion. And I also applied it underneath my lower lashes, because I'm going to use a pencil later on, and this just makes it easier to blend. And the pencil I'm using is the Estée Lauder Pure Color one in Blackened Black. And yeah, this is the only one that really stays in place with me all day long, so I prefer to use it for occasions where I want my eyeliner to stay in place, obviously. And after that I wanted to add some color. I'm using the Decay Electric palette. I use green, but you can use any color you want. You can, like, you know, if you're wearing purple, you could wear purple with it, and yeah. I think I'm going to do this in purple sometime soon, but point is I'm just applying that above the wing that I already made, just to give it a little bit of a hint of color. And then I'm also using the larger side of the brush, again the Eco Tools brush, it's a double-sided one. But yeah, with that I also gave the crease a little bit more color. And then after that it's time for false lashes. I'm using these Eylure ones, which I actually misspelled the last 2 times I used them, sorry about that. But yeah, I just used the most you know, subtle shape from this set. And yeah, it took me ages to apply them, so I just cut half of it off because I also did have a bit off camera. But they're on there now, so now it's time for mascara. I'm using a Sexy Pulp by Yves Rocher, and this time I'm using it on both the bottom lashes and the upper lashes, simply because these eyelashes turned out to be a little bit more subtle than I thought they were, with this eyeliner underneath them. So yeah, I decided to make them a little bit thicker. Then I used the Blusher Blush by Essence in the shade Heatwave, and especially the orange side as a blush, obviously. Just with a contour brush by Sigma. And then back to the contour set by Makeup Revolution, and with that I highlighted my cheekbones. The lip pencil I use is actually so old that I have no idea what brand it is. It doesn't say the brand anywhere on it either, but yeah, it's just a red lip pencil with which I usually obviously line my lips, because what else would I do with it? Yeah, point is, then I went on to lipstick. This is an Estée Lauder one. I'm pretty sure it's a sample version because the packaging looks different than the normal ones. But yeah, once got it from my neighbor, I guess, so I'm not sure. Point is, it's the shade Nectarine. It's really nicely dark red and shimmery, and yeah, it's a really nice shade. And to make it a little bit more shimmery, I also applied a lip gloss. I don't know what this one is called, but I'll list it down below in the description box. It's also by Estée Lauder, and I applied that on top of the lipstick, obviously. It just gave it a little bit more shine and shimmer, and yeah, I like that. And that's pretty much the entire tutorial. Okay, so this is the finished look. I also did some stuff to my hair to make it fit the entire look. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye! For the waterline I'm going to use this Yves Rocher Jumbo eye pencil sort of thing. It's sort of a 2-in-1 eye pencil. You can also use it for eyeshadow, and I've also once used it as a